friend.
Bro, that's just no joke. You can put that man in a fucking heart attack. Reapers, what's his good? It's your boy Laser. He's on the reaction content. Section delivered after he has his reacting to top 15 pranks gone severely wrong. Guys, there's so many pranks that have been pulled off before, and most didn't go as planned. If you guys enjoy the reaction content, you want reaction videos like features, please hit the like button. You subscribe and tickle the notification bell icon, bro. I stream every night on Twitch with the streams. Let's dive straight into this video.
Fake murder panic. For those who believe prank versus prank are the most extreme pranking couple,
I've heard this
the
channel existed,
story
bro.
of 𝐈𝐭'𝐬 and 𝐈𝐭'𝐬. The two took prankings to a sadistic level after 𝐭𝐬 posted pictures in her bathtub covered in ketchup and what appeared to be a knife sticking out of her.
No way this is real. What kind of prank is that, dude? Who the fuck? Why do people prank about this shit? What the fuck is this? Please help me. I really didn't mean to. I don't remember. We were arguing and I woke up to this. No way this is real.
𝐕𝐽 sent the photo to his sister along with a text begging for help and claiming he didn't mean to do it. Naturally, 𝐕𝐽's sister panicked and was telling him to throw away his clothes and the weapon, but during the conversation, police arrived after another family member called 911. Police were able to determine 𝐭𝐬 was very much alive, but the couple were charged with inciting panic. Knowing they'd messed up, they cooperated with authorities.
Bro, that pisses me off. So not only are you doing a fucked up prank, you're wasting the fucking cops' time when they could actually be like helping someone that actually needs fucking help out there, bro. That's fucking stupid as shit. So you're wasting your own time and you're just wasting their time. That's so stupid.
And the case is yet to go to court. While harmless, it can't be denied how sinister this prank ended up being, and it is likely the couple will face a hefty fine or even prison time. Number 14. Don't prank in the seedy part of town. Sometimes pranks sound better on paper than they turn out. Prankster Dennis C. and his accomplices from Jinkies TV had the idea of going to East New York and trying to sell water guns to random strangers. The prank involved them walking up to people on the street and saying they had GATs for sale, before revealing they were actually water pistols. As one can expect, many of those pranked did not take it well, and all three participants were subjected to verbal exchanges, being pinned to walls and even punched in the face. Things took a rather dangerous turn when Dennis approached three individuals in a park and commenced the prank. This time, one of the men pulled a real gun and pointed it right at Dennis, threatening him with violence. The panicked prankster quickly revealed—
Wait, so I'm confused. They were like using just water guns as pranks, and they took that to heart or some shit, and they brought out like real Glocks, man. What the fuck?
he only had a water gun and begged to be let go, saying it was just a prank. The video cuts out there, but it is known no one was seriously harmed during the prank. Number 13. Killer Clowns from Earth. 2016 saw a series of bizarre sightings straight out of a horror movie. People dressed in terrifying clown costumes were reported lurking around in the dark in all 50 US states.
2016 was a fever dream, man. 2016 was a fucking fever dream, bro.
9 Canadian provinces, and around 18 more countries around the world. A majority of the pranks were harmless, but there were more sinister cases, including schools being shut down due to threats from clown assailants. One would-be prankster from Berlin decided to scare his friends by donning a clown costume with a hammer. The 16-year-old waited until sundown, and then snuck up on a group of unsuspecting teens hanging out in the park. The prank—
Bro, see, if something like this ever happened to me in IRL, bro, I would literally just pass out and die. Okay, I wouldn't pass out and die. I would fucking, take my knife out, bro, and put it out that clown's skull for doing such a devious fucking prank on me.
worked, but too well.
That's terrifying.
One of the teens pulled a knife and stabbed the prankster,
Bro just took the words right out of my mouth. What the fuck?
who crumpled on the ground in pain. After the mask was removed, the group recognized the prankster and the assailant realized his mistake, but quickly redeemed himself by applying first aid to the wound until—
Yo, you know what this reminds me of, bro? This reminds me of this one video, of this dude that literally, they took a knife, bro, and they actually— I think I already reacted to it. I don't know if I reacted to it or not, but what they did was they went to a news reporter or whatever, and they were testing like this knife product on them. They had like this vest on— no, they were testing out this vest, and what the person did was they put a knife through them, and it went— there was like a part on the vest that like actually didn't have protection. So that person actually suffered like a wound, and they had to end up going to the hospital for that shit, bro. But this is even worse, to be honest.
When ambulance arrived, the 16-year-old required surgery but recovered. The teen's reason to react in such a way may be justified, as the Friday before in Munich, a 10-year-old boy was chased by a clown swinging an axe, causing mass panic in the city and country. The clown craze appears to have died down.
See, that's the thing about these pranks, bro. It's like, if anything, I feel more scared for like the actual people doing the pranks than the people like encountering the pranks itself, Because these people gotta like this nowadays, bro. Like doing pranks like this, I feel like are impossible because now you got people carrying guns and shit on them. Like I feel like years ago, pranks like this was possible, but that shit's changed, man. It's like now you got the idea of someone just like taking a knife on you, jumping you, or shooting you back. You know what I mean?
And due to similar incidents as the one above, it is likely not to return for a while. Number 12. Prank equals molestation. When you hear a title such as that, we can't blame our viewers for thinking
what kind of prank is
the
that?
subject. However, this isn't the case this time. In January 2017...
Nah, any prank that involves touching someone else, I don't approve. If you're gonna do a prank on someone, it can't have any sort of like touching, man. That's a fucking no. Hell no.
Indian prankster 𝐂𝐳𝐫𝐞 found himself in hot water after the Delhi police began an investigation over allegations of molestation.
No, that's already touching, bro. That's harassment.
In which he would stop women passing by and asking them questions such as for directions or the time, and then kiss them unexpectedly before.
Dude, that's not no prank. That's fucked up. That's literally harassment. If so, this makes me mad.
Running off. Immediately, complaints from the public and even politicians flooded social media and the police stations, accusing Summit of sexual assault. Delhi police did begin an investigation, but charges could only be brought if one of the women featured in the video were to come forward with a complaint of their own. Luckily for Summit, all 3 women in the video came forward and admitted they were in on the video and were friends of Summit.
Oh, so it was like a skit type prank. Yeah, the good old pranks aren't even pranks anymore nowadays, man. They're just skits. Get a bunch of people you know, or just ask a bunch of random people, tell them you're doing a prank video. See, that's the thing. It defeats the whole purpose of a prank now. See, pranks aren't even pranks anymore. They're just skits. You might as well just name the prank skits. Like, the people literally fake a prank now. When pranks are supposed to be already fake itself, if that makes sense. Like, that's stupid. Like, I never understood why people make prank skits. The whole point of a prank is it's supposed to seem real. But really, it's like the people in on the prank don't know it's actually a prank, if that makes sense. So now you're just making a prank a skit. That's fucking stupid. But this is different, though. This is how I'm glad it's a skit.
One was meant to gain views and subscribers to Summit's channel. Summit was ultimately released, but his channel suffered. There are still those who believe molestation occurred, but many have voiced anger over him faking a prank video for views.
Exactly.
In the end, it didn't seem worth the trouble, and hopefully other channels can learn from Summit's mistake, as well as those who've done similar things in the past.
Anything for clout, man.
Number 11, bullied to death. Pranking can have some more sinister motives behind them, designed more to torment rather than to get a laugh. 17-year-old Sergey Kasper had been subjected to bullying throughout his high school life. The brutality of his torment took a tragic turn when his bullies tied Kasper up and stood around laughing as he tried in vain to escape. During his attempt, he tripped and fell against a corner of a desk, which in turn crushed his throat and rendered him unable to breathe. His classmates simply gathered around and laughed, despite Kasper struggling for air.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with people?
And turning blue. Even the teacher didn't intervene, leaving Kasper on his own. The teen died soon after, having suffocated. Immediately, Kasper's family called for action against the culprits, and Moscow police began a homicide investigation. The entire incident was filmed and shows the coldness involved in the incident. Students laughed.
What the fuck is... No way, this is real.
After no one stepped in to help. Police have declared all the persons involved are facing murder charges, as well as negligence charges against the teacher for failing to intervene.
This pisses me the fuck off, bro. Dude, no way. What the fuck is wrong with people, bruh? Poor fucking kid. Like, damn, what the hell? That's... No way. That teacher can go fuck itself.
This is a huge lesson for all bullies out there.
No, actually,
what
it's
may seem harmless can lead to tragedy,
demon,
and justice towards you will be swift at that point. Number 10,
from
prank to brawl. Senior pranks have become a common tradition in high schools across North America. It is the seniors class's way of relieving the stress of finals, and just to have fun since it's perceived school officials can't do anything to punish those responsible. Some of these pranks do cross over into the extreme and have unforeseen consequences. Seniors at Monarch High School in Coconut Creek, Florida, started the day off with mundane pranks, but soon things got ugly. Staff and students reported lockers being glued shut and even dead fish found in the vending.
To be honest, bro, like food fights, that's like the most corny prank ever, to be honest, bro. Like food fights, I think that's the most corniest prank ever in school. I've always thought food fights were just stupid. Like, I don't even think they're funny as shit. I think they're just annoying and fucking retarded because all you're doing is you're just wasting food, man. But to be fair though, like school food's nasty as shit, and I wouldn't even call school food itself. So it's like, That's okay. That's the difference.
Machines.
So I fully
Spray paint
approve
was
this
also
video.
found on various windows throughout the school. At lunch, a massive food fight broke out and
I approve this
escalated
video.
into a full-on brawl involving dozens of students. Officials and law enforcement managed to get things under control, and no one was seriously injured. But there was $40,000 in damages as a result of the pranks. The same couldn't be said at Baldwin High on Long Island in June 2016. Pranksters released hundreds of crickets and lit up several stink bombs into the school. The ensuing panic led to a fight involving 50 students in the school parking lot. Police were forced to use pepper spray in order to break up the fight, and several—
Bro, I've never been pepper sprayed in my life, so I don't know how it would be. But, like, judging from all the videos and, like, things I've learned about it, apparently that's just, like, worse than, like, that's just so bad to the point where it's, like, damn, I've heard, like, I don't know what it's like being pepper sprayed. I just know that shit's crazy, though.
Several students were arrested. Number 9. Feeling the pressure. Air pressure hoses are used for various tasks, but they certainly are meant to be combined with a human being. 𝐿𝐭 𝐀𝐫𝐞 and 𝐷𝐸𝐴 𝐸𝐻𝐾 would occasionally conduct friendly banter and conduct pranks on one another. While the two were working a Toyota showroom in September 2015, 𝐸𝐻𝐾 thought it would be funny to insert an air pressure hose meant to inflate tires into 𝐸𝐵𝐾's rectum. Without hesitation, he grabbed the hose, stuffed it into 𝐸𝐵𝐾, and turned the machine on. Laughter turned into pure horror for all witnesses after 𝐸𝐵𝐾 immediately swelled up and began violently vomiting.
What kind of fucking prank is that? Oh, dude, no. Chat, these aren't even... I mean, I gotta stop saying chat, bro. I always think I'm fucking streaming. Everyone watching this video, bro. These aren't even pranks, man. This is just straight up murder and torture. This is fucked up.
Workers quickly shut the hose off and called for an ambulance, but by the time they arrived, he was pronounced dead. Police arrived on the scene and arrested 𝐸𝐻𝐾 for murder. According to pathologists, when 𝐸𝐵𝐾's body was brought for autopsy, the first incision caused air to escape him, similar to a balloon deflating. For those who wish to have fun with an air pressure hose, should take—
Oh, it was an air pressure hose. I thought they meant just like a water hose. Still, either way. What the air pressure, that's just no joke, bro. I literally have one of those in my garage. When I fill up my car, man, that shit can blow your ears out too. But whenever I fill up my tires in my car, in my garage with like the sign just like this, that's just dangerous, bro. That's just no joke.
Take a considerable lesson from this story, as it can lead to disastrous consequences. Number 8. Sam Pepper's backlash. In the world of YouTube celebrities, no one is more controversial than Sam Pepper. Since starting his prank channel on YouTube back in 2010, Pepper has received massive criticism for accusations of sexual harassment during his—
like I said, I can't stand these pranks, man. They're not pranks. They're just stupid shit for clout. And they're not even pranks, they're skits. But this one,
which has included pinching unsuspecting women on the street. Things took a massive turn in November 2015 when Pepper released a video titled "Killing Best Friend Prank." Pepper and his accomplices kidnapped fellow YouTubers Colby Brock and Sam Goldbach, placed bags over their heads and took them to a rooftop. Brock was in on the prank, and Goldbach was forced to watch as a masked gunman pretended to shoot Brock in the head. Goldbach began to panic at the supposed death of his best friend.
Bro, that's just no joke. You can put that man in a fucking heart attack.
Even finding himself unable to look at Brock laying on the ground. Even after the team revealed it was a prank, Goldbach remained in hysterics at the shock and horror that had happened to him. After the video was uploaded, thousands of people bombarded Pepper with hate comments, saying he had gone too far. Newspaper Metro even compared the video to an ISIS-style execution, calling it deeply insensitive. A petition was started to have Pepper permanently banned from YouTube, and garnered over 100,000 signatures in a matter of days. Pepper later removed the video due to the growing outcry, and his YouTube channel hasn't recovered since.
That's fucked up!
Number 7. Graduation arson. High school graduation is a massive celebration for families as their children finally venture on into adulthood.
What kind of scene prank do we have
Students
here,
of
man?
Roseville, California had an unexpected incident befall their school in May 2014 when the graduation stage on their football field caught fire, destroying the stage and severely damaging the turf. Instantly, students and staff suspected a rival school to be the culprits, since it was deemed unbelievable for local students to commit such an act against their own school.
That's nuts.
Except the unexpected became the moral of the year when Roseville students Jordan Loya and an unidentified teen were arrested under suspicion they had lit the fire. Students expressed shock and outrage that fellow students would commit such a destructive act to their own school within days of graduation.
What kind of fucking damn?
Despite the major criminal record both teens were to receive, the school announced they would still obtain their diplomas as they completed their academic requirements to do so. The turf
That's good, bro. The perfect example of the show must go on, man. Fuck.
was heavily damaged.
My graduation, thank God, my graduation was normal, man.
for the stage and $1 million to replace the entire turf of the field. Luckily,
1
local
million?
landscapers and other businesses pitched in to rebuild the turf for free, with the school not needing to pay for supplies or manpower. Number 6, Bigfoot manslaughter. Bigfoot has become a legend in North America, with hundreds of people dedicating their lives to finding any proof the creature exists. Randy Lee Tenley of Montana decided it would be funny to wear a silly camouflage suit and run towards the highway in order to spook the motorists along the road. Tenley stood on the right side of Highway 93 waiting to pounce, but stood too close to the road. A 15-year-old motorist was unable to see Tenley due to the darkness outside and the suit making Tenley virtually invisible, and struck him at high speed. To make matters worse, another driver was unable to stop in time and also ran over Tenley as he laid wounded in the road. Motorists attempted to aid Tenley as best they could before help arrived, but his injuries proved to be fatal. Police investigating the incident determined the drivers were not at fault since the first failed to see Tenley due to his camouflage, and the second did everything she could to avoid hitting him. The story goes as a warning for those who wish to pull a similar style prank and fuels the type of unexpected tragedies that can occur in trying to play a simple prank. Number 5, the Yes Men. One of the best known and most organized prank duo, Jacques Servin and Igor Vamos. The two
world leaders slip on a summit, so we're screwed when you're not being told. The fuck?
Who are your typical pranksters who conducts pranks for views and fame. Instead, they conduct pranks as a political statement and in protest of corporations and capitalism. Their schemes often involve them posing as officials for various organizations, including the WTO, Dow Chemicals, and BP, among others. The duo have even produced 3 well-received documentaries, The Yes Men, The Yes Men Fix the World, and The Yes Men Are Revolting. In the second film, one of the pranks involves them posing as ExxonMobil representatives, resulting in them being invited to Canada's largest oil conference in Calgary, Alberta, Canada's oil executive capital. On June 7th, 2007, Servin and Vamos presented a speech concerning the search for alternative fuels. In the ruse, they declared a new fuel called Vivolium. As candles were passed around the room and lit, a video was then showed, interviewing what claimed to be the deceased custodian of EM's corporate headquarters. The punchline was intended
What am I watching?
to reveal the custodian had died of cancer, and his body was used to produce Vivolium, which in turn was turned into the candles. Unfortunately, a member of the security detail recognized the duo, and the video was shut down, and the Yes Men were escorted off stage. While their fame may have foiled them that time, the Yes Men have
Bro, if I saw something like that just look at me at night, like I just saw some big-ass titty balloon just look at me late at night, like I'm just walking on a beach late at night and I see that and those motherfuckers, I would shit my pants.
Continue to go strong and have a massive global following today.
That's terrifying.
Number 4, Officer Daniel's last call. Pranks can have unintended consequences. A group of senior students from St. Charles East High found this out in a rather tragic turn of events. 5 senior students, only a few months from graduating, decided to break into the school and steal one of the golf carts for a joyride around the grounds. A janitor spotted the teens forcing the door open with lock cutters and called the police. Having been spotted, the teens fled and were long gone by the time police arrived.
Damn.
With nothing to go by, most of the officers left except for Sergeant Daniel Figgins, who decided to keep watch in case the teens decided to come back. Not long after, 2 of the teens returned in order to retrieve the bolt cutters they left behind in their escape.
Dumbass.
Figgins radioed dispatch and jumped out of his vehicle in pursuit of the suspects. Figgins, who was an officer for 27 years, died from his heart attack before he could reach the hospital.
Yo.
The group of 5 were identified and arrested, charged with felony attempted burglary and felony possession of burglary tools, meaning they could face time in prison. Furthermore, the school was conducting their own investigation to see if disciplinary action should be taken from their end. They were found to not be responsible for Figgins' death, as it was deemed a tragic circumstance rather than the teens being directly involved in the death. Number 3, Halloween tragedy. Halloween is all about tricks and treats. People around the world go all out in decorating their yards and homes in horror-themed entertainment. Some of the most extreme forms of decorations have been people pretending to hang themselves before scaring the living daylights out of unsuspecting trick-or-treaters. 16-year-old Jordan Moreland of Louisville, Kentucky, decided to attempt the prank for himself to trick his parents and younger sister. Jordan's mother Ginger was alerted by her daughter of Jordan hanging from their tree outside. She remained unfazed at first.
Wait, so he himself pranked them that he was being hanged? Wait, what?
Believing Jordan was trying to scare them. However, she became alarmed when her daughter revealed Jordan wasn't moving and had drool running down his face. Ginger rushed outside and frantically tried to get Jordan down as she called 911.
He actually hanged himself?
Rushed Jordan to the hospital, where he remained in a coma for 3 days before passing away. The death was declared an accident, with Jordan not taking the proper precautions and
Oh, so he actually was like trying to make the prank himself and he fucked at it.
Coming to oxygen deprivation. This is not the first accidental hanging on Halloween, and there have been countless more. In a story with a...
How do you accidentally hang your... Well, I mean, to be honest, that's very easy to do. Like, you could definitely accidentally hang yourself. That's so scary as shit. The fuck?
Happier ending. A 17-year-old from St. Louis was working with a haunted house when her safety mechanism failed, and she began to actually hang. Guests to the attraction walked by her, believing her struggling to be part of the act. Another employee did walk around and found her unconscious. He managed to get her down into the hospital, where she remained in a coma for 3 days.
That's
she made
scary,
a full recovery,
man.
though it is probably safe to say she requested a different person at the attraction for the following
This
year.
is hard to watch,
Number
bro.
2, stop sign defacement. Stop signs are important to follow, but have also become targets of humorous graffiti. However, one tragedy certainly crossed the line. 2 Ohio teens, Seth Stonerock and Derek Greenlee of Circleville, decided
Those haircuts are a crime.
to step up the usual stop sign defacement and cover one in petroleum jelly. On the night of August 17th, 2011, the two implemented their plan and completely covered a stop sign in a ludicrous amount of jelly. Greenlee had a change of heart and was attempting to convince Stonerock to stop, but the latter brushed him off as overreacting. The teens completed the prank and left, thinking it would just cause a minor nuisance. Sadly, 85-year-old Mary Spangler failed to see the sign under the jelly and ran through it, causing a car to collide head-on into the driver's side door. She died at the scene before...
Yo, wait. So they put jelly on the stop sign? I'm confused. What happened?
help could arrive, and her sister Jeanne Shea was seriously injured, dying 3 weeks later. Shocked, Stonerock and Greenlee turned themselves into authorities and were taken into custody. Both were charged with involuntary manslaughter before the courts, but Greenlee's charges were dismissed after it was determined he was an unwilling accomplice. Since he tried to talk Stonerock out of the prank, Stonerock pled guilty to the charges and was sentenced to 4 years in prison. Stonerock showed remorse
4 years? Did they only say 4 years?
throughout the proceedings and tearfully apologized to the family for Spangler's and Shea's tragic deaths. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillin' with underscores
Accident or
instead
not,
of spaces.
he knew what he
I
was
also
doing.
have a
He
Twitter
knew he was
at
going to cause an accident, bro.
_chills,
These pranks
where I
aren't even
post
pranks,
video
bro. They're just
updates.
straight up
I
like
really
excuse to
appreciate
murder
it if you
someone.
followed me, and
Literally.
feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. If you'd like to see more of these videos in the future, then hit that subscribe button because we upload new countdowns every Tuesday and Saturday. Number 1, the tragic case of Jacinta Solana. Prank calls are a classic and generally harmless form of fun amongst people practically since the telephone
What's your favorite
was
scary movie?
invented. Radio programs have often incorporated them into their airtime as entertainment for listeners. Unfortunately, one incident placed a black mark on the traditional prank. On December 2nd, 2012, Kate Middleton and Prince William were awaiting the birth of their first child when Middleton was admitted to the hospital for a severe case of morning sickness. Middleton was resting in hospital when Australian radio hosts Mel Gregg and Mike Christian of Hot 30 Countdown in Sydney decided to make a prank call to the hospital. Gregg put on a comedic impression of the Queen as the call was connected.
Why is the dude on the left look like he's giving like an erection on TV? And the lady on the right is like enjoying it in a way. She's like, nah, I shouldn't joke about this.
To the surprise of both hosts, receptionist Jacinta Solana believed Gregg to actually be the Queen and patched them through to Middleton's doctor. After checking with lawyers to make sure they were safe from any legal action, Hot 30 broadcasted the prank to listeners. While the hospital administration was not amused with the ruse, the prank garnered much press and public attention, with many finding the idea brilliant and hilarious. Sadly, Solana was deeply humiliated by the prank, and her guilt for falling for it built up over the next 2 days. On the morning of December 7th, hospital security found Solana dead in the hospital's nursing quarters, having hanged herself. Gregg and Christian expressed shock and sadness at the news, and released a heartfelt apology to the hospital and Solana family. However, the owners of Hot 30 decided to cancel the show on January 27th, 2013 due to the backlash the incident caused. Solana was buried in her native India with over 1,000 people in attendance. Thanks for checking out this video.
Crazy. Well, guys, this video, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Guys, those pranks weren't even pranks. That was just straight up an excuse for murder. Literally, and I just think skitting pranks is fucking stupid as well. Skits for pranks is just retarded. In general, Bro, if you're gonna do a prank, make sure you know what you're doing and don't do anything fucking stupid. If you enjoy the reaction content, you just want reaction videos like the feature you tend to do, I'll see you in the next one. Peace!